Peace, peace, greetings, 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 everyone. John Trey, what's good with you, bro? D-Trey, what's happening? Quan S. Tony Floyd, peace, what's happening? Eric, what's good with you? Alright. Peace, greetings, family. How y'all feel? All right. Peace, brother one. All right, greetings, greetings, greetings. In the divine name of supreme being, I want to greet everyone with a civilized greeting. Peace. Hotep to everyone. Whatever greeting is you go by. All right. My name is Professor Griff, and of course, this is Sirius Mindz. Cat Boogie, what's up? Victorious Peace, Bilal Muhammad. So listen, I'm in a position where I have to do some kind of show tonight. Of course, I have some things. I always have something to talk about. Whether rightly spirited, in the right mindset to talk about it, whether I'm in the right place to talk about it, is a whole nother subject. And as y'all can see, I'm not, because I'm in the car. That homeschool life. Peace. What's good? All right. So what homeschool, what was your curriculum at the homeschool? All right. Here on Sirius Mindz, we have a stickler about always, you in the car too? All right, cool. So I guess I'm not the only one. So tonight I was going to just cancel the show altogether. Yeah. All right. 16 is under the weather. We're gonna send her some positive energy and to make sure she gets well so she can kind of weather the storm, so to speak, both figuratively and literally weather the storm. So 16, get well. We're going to hold it down until you come back in. I was looking forward to Tuesdays and Thursdays. Like, not only did it give me a breather to finish 2 of these albums I have in front of me, it just gave me a break altogether, man. Yeah, so it's a beautiful thing. So 16, we hope you get well, because the contribution that 16 has made and brings to the table, as far as the balance, is definitely needed. I called it the Sister Cipher, because I wanted to have her kind of facilitate it and lead it, but bring other women in to discuss those things that need to be discussed. One of the issues that I was hoping the sisters got around to was this thing that I'm reading, right now. It says, House condemns Trump's attack on 4 congresswomen as racist. So whoever had read those tweets and Trump sending out information, racist information, my thing is, what do you expect from racist people? You expect racist comments, racist commentary, just racist ideology, racist thought. And that's just it. Of course, we already know that racism has a very unique way of hiding in the heart of those that might seem what do you call it? Liberal. All right. Or even on the conservative side. So I tend to ask people, when you're discussing these terms, liberalism and conservatism, what those words actually mean. So whether or not Trump is a puppet or not, the words coming from that individual that sits in that particular seat in that office has damaging effect and a ripple effect in America and throughout the world. And we have to understand that, and we have to deal with it. We can't just blow it off and brush it under the rug like the comments don't mean anything. So what I'm going to need everyone to do right now is go to your search engines. All right, and let's pull up Donald Trump's tweets, his racist tweets, dealing with the 4 congresswomen. And who are the 4 congresswomen? All right. Who are the 4 congresswomen that he directed these racist comments towards? I'm talking about recently, Quan, I'm talking about within the last week. All right. Well, while y'all are doing that, let me say this. Thanks to everyone, as I always do, always giving thanks to the people that support the platform. Whether it's $1 or $1 million, thank you very much for supporting the platform. Really appreciate that. And even when, I have to cover 16 or she has to cover me, we're on there. I did have a brother that I was in contact with who wanted to do some sports kind of thing, entertainment and sports over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, because he works during the week. And he says he has time. The brother never hit me back. So if you know anyone that wants to fill in those 2 slots, Saturday and Sunday, on Sirius Mindz platform, on this platform, just let me know. All right. I don't understand why racists are so hateful, and they literally scientific came from black people. They need to be educated. Well, I think that's part of the reason why they are racist. It's because if you look up the working fundamental definition of racism, they have they have a hidden fear, and this hidden fear is hidden, and they mask it well, but it's on a subconscious level. So we need to understand that particular point if we're going to understand the comments. All right, so I'm still waiting for some people to put up the comments. House condemns Trump's attack on 4 congresswomen as racist. Speaker Nancy Pelosi on Tuesday, before a vote condemning President Trump's tweets. All right, this is Washington, Washington. The House voted on Tuesday to condemn a racist President Trump's attacks against 4 congresswomen of color, but only after the debate over a president's language developed into a bitterly partisan brawl that showcased deep rifts over race, ethnicity, and political ideology in the age of Trump. The highly unusual measure passed nearly along party lines, 240 to 187, after one of the most polarizing exchanges of House floor in recent times. Only 4 Republicans and the House's lone independent representative, Justin Amish of Michigan, voted with all Democrats to condemn the president. Wow. So the rest of the Republicans go along with 46 minus 1's rhetoric and condemning and lashing out at 4 black women, 4 women of color, 4 progressive women, 4 women that speak truth to power, 4 women who are congresswomen and congresspeople, have the right, and this is their job. So we have to understand this particular dynamic and understand it to the point where, it just, how should I say, it shouldn't dwarf any of the other things that he said. You understand what I'm saying? So we shouldn't allow President Trump in the office that he sits in to bother us with the statements. We need to be concerned. We need to check it. We need to have a discussion about it. But we shouldn't let it bother us. It's just one of those kind of situations where it's just, even if it does come across as racist, we already know that this person is racist. So it shouldn't put us in that kind of situation where we get boggled and disturbed by it, because it's become the norm now. But what surprises me is when you look at the what do you call it, the Republicans, both black and white, they're riding along and going along. They're going along with the rhetoric, and I think that's truly sad. But even them individuals have to be confronted. We need to find out who are the ones that voted 240 and who are the 187. All right. And then you need to take that data and that information and not be disturbed by it, not be moved by it. But we have to be able to look at those names. All right. And if you are one of those ones that have these voting blocks and people that can put pressure on these individuals in their districts and that kind of thing, then by all means, do whatever we have to do. All right? Do whatever we have to do. And I think that's one way of going about it. All right? I'm not sure how many people participate in these political kind of meetings where you go to and you become politicized and you understand this political process. I'm not sure how many of us do that. All right. But if that's the route that you want to go, then by all means, go that route. Some of us just don't pay him any attention. All right. Some people don't bother with politics. Plain and simple. All right. But we do have to understand something. An attack is an attack. All right. No one understands that if somebody attacked your sister, they may be coming for you next. And if you keep your finger on the pulse of the racist climate in America, and then you'll see things for exactly what they are. It's almost like the wish and the dream of those individuals kind of came true. They voted this man in for him to put the pressure on everybody, for everybody to step up to the plate. So to what plate are you stepping up to? How do you match the president coming out of his neck the way he came out of his neck, saying what he said about these particular individuals? All right. It says President Trump held up a sheet of paper showing a photograph of Representative Ilhan Omar, Democratic of Minnesota, during a cabinet meeting on Tuesday at the White House. Mr. Trump on Tuesday denied that his tweets were racist and implored the House Republicans to reject the measure. The House raged over Twitter, calling the House resolution a con game. You're dealing with some serious white on white crime, and you're dealing with some serious infighting. If you look at the picture, the people sitting to Trump's left and his right, and look at the body language and expressing on their face, it's like, yeah, we better smarten up and keep our finger on the pulse of what's happening politically, and we better adjust our attitudes and our behavior and our cultural, our collective consciousness and our cultural behavior. All right. So we need to understand that. It says Mr. Trump on Tuesday denied anything, but he said that the president raged over the Twitter calling the House resolution a con game, and he retweeted his harsh criticism of the congresswomen. So he retweeted it. This person is hell bent on keeping fanning the flames, pardon me, of hatred in America, polarizing the races, exacerbating the tension in America. And he's not going to stop. It almost seems like he's trying to foster the mindset of trying to instigate, pardon me, a race war. Someone had said that to me, and I said, well, listen, there's already a race war going on. Where have you been? It's already on. This is part of it. This is part of that race war. All right? Those tweets were not racist, Mr. Trump wrote. I don't have a racist bone in my body. Wow. If any of us, make those same comments about white congresswomen, how do you think you would fare if Barack Obama made them comments about white congresswomen? What do you think they would have done to Barack Obama? If you make those kind of comments on your job, what do you think would happen? If I made those comments on here or sent out a tweet, what do you think would happen? Dale Dixon, no, he's not dehumanizing all people. I don't find him saying this about white people. This was about 4 congresswomen of color. All right. So I don't know what lens you're viewing this through. Yeah, you might need to check that. All right. The article that I'm reading has nothing to do with him talking about all people. He is attacking women of color. He's attacking black people. He's attacking women of Arab descent, of Mexican descent. All right. Those tweets were not racist, Mr. Trump wrote. I don't have a racist bone in my body. The so-called vote to be taken in a Democratic con game. Public Republicans should not show weakness and fall into their trap. This is what's wrong with the two-party system in America. All right? And you're absolutely right, Miss White. Twisted. And you're right. Dehumanizing people of color, black people. Dehumanizing women. It goes on to say, the so-called vote to be taken is a Democrat con game. Republicans should not show weakness and fall into their trap. It says later at the White House, the president did not back away from his original comment, saying of the quartet, they can leave. Wow. So what I did a few minutes ago, I asked whoever is sitting in front of their computer to put the stuff up on the screen so everyone can see it. I'm not home to do that. All right. Sin O'Shore, I'm not sure if you're correct about that. You're absolutely wrong. That's not the only thing missing. That's not even missing. That is present. All right. The number of black people that die every single day at the hands of police officers and white supremacists. All right. So violence is not missing. All right. Violence is here. It's present, man. It's present. It's been here, man. I don't know where you live or what part of the world you're in, but it's here. It's been happening every single day. All right. They should love our country, he continued. They shouldn't hate our country. Just because someone critiques you and checks you, so to speak, on some of the things that you might, some policies or some words or some tweets or some whatever, you're not beyond reproach. All right. Wow. What do you mean on a grander scale? I'm not sure what you mean, man. Because if you did the statistics before you make a comment like that, do the stats, write them out, put them in front of you, look them up, and then you tell me whether or not if you think this is on a grander scale. It's indeed on a grand scale, the way black people are dying. It says later at the White House, the president did not back away from his original comment saying that the quartet can leave. They should love our country, he continued. They shouldn't hate our country. This is not hatred, man. It's not hatred. And this is one thing that I personally do not like. Well, I don't like arguing, but I don't like it when if somebody comes have a beef with me and somebody comes over and you kill my cat. But because I come back to your house and I kill your dog, your bird, your parakeet, your squirrel, your hamster, that don't mean I'm violent. You're the one that's violent. So it's like, no, my cat was precious to me. So your 8 other animals may be precious to you. I'm just saying, if you don't start, no issue won't be none. So just because someone checks you on your behavior and checks you on the words that come out your mouth, that don't mean that they hate America. There's white people that speak up and speak out. Hold on for a second. Hold on. Hold on. All right. Trump has always been Trump. I've told white folks that, okay. Thanks for the lyrics, Bryce Clemens. But in all seriousness, yeah, it just doesn't work that way with some people. I don't want any I don't like that kind of. I'd rather not argue. I'd rather not fight. But the whole idea of you striking, you slapping me across the face, is not only violence and it's physical, but it's an insult and it's disrespectful. So, but because you do that and I retaliate, so you're gonna measure the degree of my retaliation? No, I say let's just not start it at all, man. Let's just not have it at all. Plain and simple. So, it says the vote on Tuesday evening was a show of unity for the Democrats. We have been squabbling for weeks in a test of Republican principles. So I guess this Republican Democratic thing, I guess getting hung up on it is playing right into the hands of the people that control both parties. All right. Me and 16 said we were going to send out information via ebooks so everyone could at least be awake and aware of these things that go on, to bring people up to a level where they're politically astute. The thing tapered off. The people that we did send ebooks out to gave us some positive response, but we never heard back from the people that we sent this kind of information out to. We're hoping people will study it, go into these particular books that we sent out, because this kind of information is hard to get. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So I didn't want to be here on here long. I want to send out some positive energy to 16 so she can get well. This is supposed to be the Sister Cipher tonight. And I only wanted to come on just to say we need to start being more politically awake and aware of what's going on. And we need to respond respectively. All right. So when we have short, brief conversations like this, we have to come on and make sense to our people, because people are going to hear this and listen to this. They're going to go fact check. All right. So let's raise the vibrational pitch of our thinking and become more politically astute and more politically awake and aware. Shout out to 16. Get well. Shout out to Shane Shakur. Shout out to the Sirius Mindz family. This is Professor Griff in my car. I got to sign out. All right. Because I was in the middle of doing something when 16 husband let me know. If you need information on any of these subjects politically, send me an email at seriousmindsinfo@gmail.com. Send any kind of donation and I will get the information out to you. We have to be able to support independent media, independent news, independent platforms like this so we can get the information out to our people. This is Professor Griff for Sirius Mindz, for Sirius Mindz. Revolution is not an event. It's a process. You need to be part of the process. All right? Sirius Mindz for Sirius Mindz. Seriously. Peace.